Hi everyone, it's Tracy here from Art Fiber Stitch. These are butterflies, aren't they beautiful? Origami butterflies. And I've used them to decorate this hat. I have many of these because my mum makes them. Badges, hair glides, all kinds of things. And they're beautiful. So we'll go now to visit Mum and see how she does it. So Mum, what do we need for this project?
We need 2 pieces of material that match or contrast.
Contrast is good, I think.
Yeah, and if you want to make a big one, if you want a medium size, which is
She's written down here. Okay, what do we got? Large is 6 by 4.5. Is that inches, Mum?
Yeah, inches.
Yeah, and the small is 5.5 by 4 inches. Folds down to one around about 2.5 or 3 inches wide.
These are the medium ones here.
Oh, that's the medium. Okay. All right. So you start off with 2 pieces of material, and they're that size, like a little rectangle.
And you sew it up, right sides together.
Right sides together. Okay, let's have a look.
And you leave a gap on the long side.
Okay.
Must be left on the long side.
Okay. Yeah. And so you do that so that you can turn it the right way. You're going to do that now. She's stitched in about, a centimetre or a quarter of an inch in from the edge.
Yeah.
All the way around except a little bit in the middle of the long side.
If you leave a seam, it makes it bigger.
Oh, yeah, if you were cutting it out and you decided it wasn't quite big enough, you could do that, leave the seam on. Yeah. So can you see this little implement Mum's got? What's that tool you got in your hands, Mum?
It's a point turner.
A point turner. Yeah.
It's something I've had for years, so I resurrected it. And then anyway, you should just turn it all, push out the corners.
Push out the corners.
And this is what
with something.
You get.
Okay, and this is what you're left with.
Yeah.
And we've got black on one side, and we've got this lovely vibrant print on the other. Okay.
And these here are like, you would have goldy one with a sort of a
contrast or a matching or something that looks good with it.
And this is a Christmassy one.
And we'll go down here. Okay. Christmas. Yes, that's beautiful, isn't it?
This has got a sort of a navy or blue.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah. I've seen them as Mum does them. And she does it with the beaded centres and the nice little feelers on it. Where's the feelers? See? And the nice beaded centre. And always puts these lovely little drops on the bottom with beads.
And then put a pin on the back.
Yes, and then we can either put a pin on the back or a hair clip or a magnet. I wear quite a few of them in my hair. But lovely way to, and you could put it on a hat, couldn't you, Mum? That'd be good. Or on a bag or on your lapel. Lots of things you can do with them. And they're beautiful.
Now that's been turned, and then you would press it and you'd end up with something like this.
Okay. So there we go. We got that. And now is now when you sew the little gap up?
To turn. You have to make the shape.
You don't have to sew that up first, that bit that you left open?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's behind. It's behind here, so you don't
have to okay. All right. All right.
You can sew it
if you're pedantic.
I don't bother.
No. Okay, let's iron.
The origami fold.
Origami fold. We're going to do it in here, are we? With the iron. Okay. Let's have a look.
Right?
Yeah.
You fold it.
Okay.
That way.
So you're folding the long side in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
press it.
I've got the red on top because I want the bottom of the wings to be red and the black in the centre.
Okay. Okay, folding it in half again.
I don't suppose you have to press it, but I like to.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be good like that. Now what? Yeah, you can see these on, it's all over the net, the, you know, patterns for origami butterflies. It's actually, you can do it in paper. It's just these fabric ones are lovely. So she's opening out that fold.
Then fold it out, turn it over.
And do the same.
And do the same with this side.
Mm.
And this is the part that everybody gets a bit bamboozled.
Boozled by? Bamboozled by. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. Looks like a little plane, doesn't it? Got.
Now we're going to make the wings.
Okay.
So you grab this corner.
Come over this way, I think. You grab that corner.
And bring it down.
Oh, okay, slightly up from that other corner. Oh, look at that.
Slightly to the side of that.
Yeah.
Now you do the same on this side.
Yes, I see. It'd be worth persevering and getting it right, wouldn't it? Because they're so delightful. So you've got your butterfly shape now, and you've got that lovely black and red, and you put a little clip on it to keep it like that.
Yeah.
All right, have we finished with the iron?
Now we sew it.
Going to sew it.
Stitch it together.
So we could have done the same with that. Similar sort of effect. If you look at it here, she's got a blue background. So that was the one that you kept up with the pretty. The one that you want is the one that is like the background folds in when you do the initial fold, like this.
If you
like
folded it the other way, if you folded it this way,
yeah, you'd end up with a black butterfly with a little tip
with a little bit of red.
Yes, yes. Okay. You'll see these things everywhere around the house. I like that. And the dangly little bits on the end. That's a Christmas one. Okay, grab and thread a needle. Isn't it funny, the things that we pick up from our parents? You know, how you thread a needle. Well, I always, always lick it like I just noticed Mum do. And I remember right at the beginning when I started making videos, I showed you a knot that I used that I got from Mum. And when I double over thread, it was very hard to explain. But my mum does it. Mum, are you going to put a knot in that? Come up here.
Well, yes, I will.
So she gets those two ends. And then with this magic around the finger and then twist and pull, and it's done. The needle is coming up. Oh, just put a little down from the head here.
A little stitch here to make it stay.
Okay. There, just like that. All right.
And then hold this where you want it and go down and come out down here somewhere. Now you've got to come through under the wing somewhere. A tiny stitch.
A little tiny stitch in a matching thread.
Yeah.
Does that come all the way through to the front? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes from
going
here.
through all of those layers, yep. And that's holding the whole thing together then.
You could cut it off then and go the other side, but I just go through.
Easier.
Just anchor it there. Go through.
You finished attaching it all? Okay.
That's all. That's all you.
So it's all ready, all tacked together sort of thing. You know, it's not going to come undone.
No.
But the next thing is, I imagine, whilst you got your thread on, are you going to do some beading, Mum, or not?
Yes.
Okay. So on that front...
Hide your knots a bit.
Hide your knots. Yeah, okay, with these beads. So just to simulate the body, she puts on, you know, depending on the bead. Look, there's some nice cubey beads. 5 of those. Oh, that look, 2 different kinds of beads there. The little bead in between. So whatever you've got, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, so you're going to use these. That's a nice big chunky seed bead. Yeah.
Clumsy me.
The nuisance is to thread, I know, Mum. Right, so she's got a double thread. And so she's putting these beads on the string, on the thread that's up, and pushing them down towards the body.
The only reason I've got a double thread is because it keeps coming unthreaded.
That's stronger anyway.
Now we've threaded them on and then go through.
So you sort of start at the top or the bottom, and then you take it to the top.
Well, you can do whichever way you like.
And then you would anchor it, you know, at the end of those beads. Yeah.
I will go through again and take the thread through to the top again.
So the next thing you do is make some sort of antennas or feelers. And what are you using, Mum? Some sort of beading cotton, isn't it?
I don't know. It's
or a waxed cotton, a bit, you know, something thick enough to see. All right, so to do that, she's finding the halfway point, I imagine, are you, Mum?
Yep.
And then, yeah, just attaching it there. That sets it off brilliantly. Let's have a look at what happens down the bottom here. So she likes to have these dangly bits.
Yeah.
And so you'd look for, well, look, this one here. So we're going the same cotton and we're making it, we're threading it through the needle and then doing the knot at the end. So we've got a double strand and that'll be nice and strong. See that lick? You don't even realize you do it, but I do those things too. Watching you all my life, Mum.
But I don't know how I do it.
The knot, no. It's really cool though.
Now, you're ready to put some beads on the bottom.
Now, while Mum's looking at beads, I just wanted to show you this one here is not finished yet. And see how it's quite, I could bend it and curl those edges up if I wanted to, because that hasn't been stiffened. Mum quite likes it like this when you've got a brooch or something, that it's not going to curl up, and that is, you know, quite a lot stiffer.
So you're going to make the beads come from the bottom here.
Yeah.
So go up here where you can't be seen and just go down to the point.
Oh, okay, and you're gonna hide all of that, so you're not gonna have an ugly knot on the bottom.
Don't want it to go through.
No. Just gonna try and get it between those 2 layers of cloth.
Yeah.
All right. And then do you do a stitch or 2 to keep it there? Make sure.
Do a little tiny stitch to keep it there.
Right. Now, a larger, wait a minute, there we go, a larger glass red one. How about a wee gold one?
The gold I've got are very tiny. Oh, it goes through.
I think it'd make a nice break. Now for the end bead. These little red ones.
If we had nice black ones, sometimes you have one that you got to go right through.
Yeah.
And then you put another little
a little seed bead or something to anchor it at the end. And that's so that you don't want something like a seed bead that's slightly bigger than the hole, so that it won't come through. And that's an anchor for this string when you're doing a string. But this one won't need it because so it's actually got a hole that goes front to back rather than top to bottom. And the needle with the thread, we'll just go through that bead and then back through
the beads,
all of them, and then you'd anchor it again, and then you do the same thing for the other side, and you anchor it, of course, with a couple of stitches on top of each other. Bring the cotton out somewhere else so that you can hide your ending. You're pretty well finished. At this stage you can add on a brooch back or pin or magnet, and Mum likes to finish with this stiffening process. So that's after she's done the beading, because you can't get the needle quite so easily through your fabric. So there's a hint. Yeah, so a little bit of PVA glue and some water will act as a stiffener, or you can use fabric stiffener. Just brush it on with a paintbrush, or you can skip that. But aren't they marvellous? Well, thank you, Mum, for showing us. These are a beautiful project. I hope you will enjoy doing it and give you some ideas. I've put some on a hat to show you how great they can be, along with some other embroidery. You just add it on the top, change things up a little bit. So those are brooches, but don't forget you can do hair clips or lots of things. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.